My child, I have watched you not just in the moments where your faith was loud, but in the moments when it was barely a whisper. I have walked beside you through the silence you never knew how to explain, through the waiting that felt endless, through the days that blurred together in questions and quiet prayers. You have been faithful, not perfectly but fully. You stayed when it would have been easier to run. You continued to believe when nothing around you changed. And now I say to you with finality and with fire, the wait ends after this moment. This is not a metaphor. This is a divine announcement. You are standing at the very threshold of what I have prepared. And nothing, no fear, no delay, no lie from the enemy can hold back what I have spoken over your life any longer. You thought I was silent, but I was working. You thought I was delaying, but I was protecting. You assumed I had paused, but I was preparing you. There is not a single moment of your journey that I have not used. I know the weight you've carried in private. I know how you smiled while carrying disappointment. I know the times you poured into others while secretly asking if I still remembered you. I saw the battles you faced alone, the tears that no one else saw, the inner war between hope and heartbreak. And I need you to hear me now. None of it was in vain. Every season of waiting was a season of building. Every delay carried a layer of design. Every unanswered prayer was folded into a greater promise. You didn't just wait. You endured. You didn't just sit. You stood, and while you waited, I wasn't distant. I was shaping something in you that only time could reveal. You've grown in ways you haven't fully realized yet. Your trust has deepened. Your discernment has sharpened. Your roots have gone deeper. This was never about punishment. It was about preparation. And now, because you did not give up, because you let me have your heart even when you didn't understand, because you kept the altar of your life open before me, I'm shifting everything. The long delay, the slow breakthrough, the hidden progress, it ends here. Not because the process was wasted, but because it is complete. I honor your journey. I know the cost of your obedience. I know the prayers you didn't tell anyone about. I know the wrestle behind every yes. And now I am answering not with just words of comfort, but with action. You'll begin to see visible movement. What you've carried internally will begin to manifest externally. What was only spiritual is becoming tangible. The answers are no longer just in process. They're being delivered. The wait ends not simply because time has passed, but because heaven has shifted. This moment was appointed. It was written. It was marked for you before you even knew what you would need. And I have arrived not late, but right on time. Don't second guess it. Don't talk yourself out of it. You're not imagining this shift. You're not hoping in vain. You're not being teased by emotion. This is real. This is me. The change you felt in your spirit, the urgency, the sensitivity, the stirring, that is the Holy Spirit confirming what I've been doing in the unseen. And now I'm bringing it into the scene. You will begin to recognize patterns breaking, cycles ending, fear lifting, peace replacing the pressure, and favor moving in places where there once was resistance. I am clearing paths. I am parting waters. I am opening doors. The wait ends because the way is now made clear. This is what I want you to understand. I have been with you through it all. Through the confusion, through the exhaustion, through the prayers that ended in tears. I never turned my face away from you. I never tuned out your voice. I never left your side. You may have felt forgotten, but you were being formed. You may have felt stuck, but you were being strengthened. And now I will show you why it had to be this way. You will see the beauty on the other side of what felt like a barren process. You will hold the promise and understand the timing. You will walk in fulfillment and see the wisdom in every delay. I am not asking you to strive in this moment. I'm asking you to breathe, to receive, to walk forward with open hands and expectant heart. I will lead you step by step. I will confirm every direction. I will send peace ahead of every decision. I will surround you with signs and favor. This is not the end of your process, but it is the end of the silence. It is the end of the invisible battle. It is the end of feeling stuck. It is the end of wondering if I still have more for you. You're stepping out of waiting and into becoming. And everything begins now. My beloved, now that I have declared the end of your waiting, I want you to understand not only what I am doing, but why I have chosen to do it through you. You have walked a path that many would not understand if they only looked from the outside. But I have never judged your journey by appearances. I have never measured your value by how productive you looked, how vocal your faith was, or how consistent others thought you should be. I have seen the depth. I have seen the fight. I have seen the sincerity. And I want to say clearly and without hesitation, I am pleased with you. You are not a disappointment. You are not behind. You are not too much. And you're not too late. You're exactly where I knew you would be at this moment. And I have not regretted one part of your story. I know that in your quietest moments, you've wondered what I think of you. I know you've asked, am I still usable? Am I still seen? Am I still worthy of the things I once dreamed? And I tell you now, yes. Yes, you're usable. Yes, you are seen. Yes, you are worthy. Not because you earned it, but because you are mine. Because I made you with intention. Because I planted eternity in your heart and called you by name. I have never once looked away in frustration. I've never once whispered, too broken. Even on your weakest day, I've looked at you with love, patience, and holy expectation. I've never given up on you. And I never will. I know how long you've tried to hold it together. I know how many times you poured out for others. Even when you felt empty, I know the weight of leadership, the cost of obedience, the pain of invisible battles. You haven't just been waiting. You've been carrying. You've been contending. And in the middle of it all, you stayed close. You may not have felt close to me every day, but you never turned away. You may have felt like giving up, but you didn't. You came back to me over and over. You came back. That is the kind of heart I can trust. That is the kind of heart I can bless. That is the kind of heart I'm about to pour myself into more deeply than ever before. Let me remind you of what I've always known about you. You were created for intimacy with me. You weren't made just to serve me. You were made to walk with me. Before I called you to impact others, I called you to sit with me. Before I gave you influence, I gave you access. That access has never been revoked. It's never been dependent on your consistency. It's always been available through grace. And now I am calling you back. Not because you've strayed far, but because I'm inviting you into more. More clarity, more peace, more sensitivity, more trust. This next season will require your nearness to me. Not because I will make it hard, but because I will make it holy. Come back to the place where it's just you and me. Subscribe the video and share with your friends and family. Jesus give you a lot of strength. Amen.